Good morning, children. Today we will be starting a new chapter in our English grammar. Okay? We are going to start adverbs. It is on page 63 of your English grammar textbook. Now, one of the children recently messaged me saying that they could not read what was on the board. Now, children, what is on the board is exactly what is in the textbook. If you cannot read from the board, look at your textbook and read along with me. Please. Okay? Now shall we start? Adverbs. Look at the following sentences. The dog is barking loudly. So what is the verb there? Barking. So the word adverbs, you are adding something to the verb. Okay, now let's see how. The dog is barking loudly. The word loudly tells us how the dog is barking. Is barking is the verb and is barking how? Loudly. So loudly is telling us how the dog is barking. The sun is shining brightly. The word brightly tells us how the sun is shining. How the sun is shining? How is the sun shining? Brightly. Anu is running fast. The word fast tells us how Anu is running. So Anu is running fast. How is she running? Fast. In these sentences, the words loudly, brightly and fast add something to the meaning of the verbs. Is barking? How? Loudly. Is shining? How? Brightly. Is running? How? Fast. So, these words tell how the actions are done. For example, how is the dog barking? The dog is barking loudly. How is the sun shining? The sun is shining brightly. How is Anu running? Anu is running fast. So, the words loudly, brightly, fast tell us how the actions are done. Okay? So, these words loudly, brightly, fast are adverbs. What are they? Adverbs. They add to the meaning of the verb. They tell us how a verb is done. How a verb, okay, like is barking, is shining, is running is done. Okay? So, some adverbs tell us how actions are done. So, in this chapter, we are going to learn only the 3 degrees. Okay, the first one is how. Second one is when. And the third one is where. The correct terms for these you will learn in the next class, in class 4. So here we have, in these sentences, okay, now look at these sentences. Manoj is sitting here. Okay, Manoj is sitting here. Where? Here. The word here tells us where Manoj is sitting. Kapil is standing there. Where is Kapil standing? There. Where? There. The word there tells us where Kapil is standing. The aeroplane is flying above. Where is the aeroplane flying? Above. sentences, the words here, there, above add something to the meaning of the verbs. Is sitting, is standing, is flying. So what are the verbs here? Is sitting. Where? Here. Is standing. Where? There. And is flying. Where? Above. They tell us where the actions are being done. For example, where is Manoj sitting? Manoj is sitting here. Where is Kapil standing? Kapil is standing there. Where is the aeroplane flying? The aeroplane is flying above. Words like here, there and above are also adverbs. Some adverbs tell us where actions are done. So, the first one is how actions are done. The second one is where actions are done. Now read these sentences. The baby is sleeping now. What is the baby doing? Now, sleeping. So, is sleeping is the verb. When? Now. I got this letter yesterday. When did you get the letter? Yesterday. Got. We will do this lesson tomorrow. When will you do the lesson? Tomorrow. So, in these sentences, the words now, yesterday and tomorrow tell us when certain actions are done. These words are also adverbs. Some adverbs tell us when an action is done. So, when actions are done. Okay, the first one is how the action is done. Second one is where the action is done. And the third one is when the actions are done. An adverb. So, what is an adverb? An adverb adds to the meaning of a verb. It tells us how an action is done, where an action is done, or when an action is done. So, what is an adverb? An adverb is a word which adds to the meaning of the verb. Is sitting where? There. Is standing where? Here. When? Now. Okay? So, how? Loudly, gently, fast, suddenly. So, it tells us how an action is done, where an action is done, or when an action is done. Remember that adjectives go with nouns, adverbs go with verbs. So, what is an adjective? An adjective is a describing word and it describes a noun. An adjective describes a noun. An adverb adds to the meaning of the verb. So, children, you have on page 65, you have exercise D and E. Okay? So, if you could kindly do exercise D and E in the textbook itself. Okay? And I will get back to you in the next class. Thank you.